Okay, this is pretty good stuff.
I feel like we're all a little bit...
Some Plague Ward gold to the enemy in order to just gain information constantly, which means he should never get caught out. And they do need to, again, still worry about the Viper.
Here's the dive at top. Rushing behind the Tier 1, Bulldog making for the woods. No help seems to be on the way. And this will be an easy first blood for NiP. And that was the question that I had, was how long do you wait, if at all?
Some fun, obviously. The Clockwork is a very unlikely target top lane, though.
Yep, they're going to engage. Bucking Mad there, trying to chase down the Disruptor. Okay, with them, and they've got to be careful. Who's going to swoop in the gyro? They may get him, and there's actually going to be the glimpse that sends him back. It actually created a bit of a problem. However, they will be able to follow it up. Rocket Barrage is there. Kinetic Field traps him in, and the TP out will make it just a 1 for L, but nonetheless, a very, very good kill for NiP.
Those heroes again, and the fact that Mad ran forward there, I think, was the worst possible play, because the Wisp just could have gotten out. He underestimated, I think, the power.
Kinetic Field, that's going to catch Ake, and he will be able to tether out of it. No! Didn't make it down to the low ground.
Loda.
NiP able to tally yet another kill. It's 3-0. They do use the Mirana ulti. They want to try to make something happen in reprisal. Loda's right there. He is at the half health. Hanskin way far out. There's going to be the Avalanche and Starfall. Tops finally gets Alliance on the board, so they do get a return. It's going to end up being support for support 1-3.
Yeah, that's on Loda, by the way. He should run just like straight an effective core position. So putting him in the mid lane against the Viper make a lot of sense. This matchup is incredibly favored to them.
Era in trouble, gets caught with an Avalanche. He's so dead.
Yeah.
And I'm actually a little surprised that he hung that far forwards.
And the Viper's usually lane dominance isn't really that effective. But Hanskin's going to catch Admiral Bulldog. They should be able to get a free kill here.
And going to wait it out. There's a glimpse back. Call down is going to be there as well, so easy one.
Double ultimates being used. I mean, neither one of them has a especially high cooldown, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, why not make sure you secure it? And...
oh, the toss! They're going to be able to get Seal Kid! That was an excellent play! Should pop him right away. The TP's in from Hanskin. They might be able to punish someone with Glimpse.
Oh, Bucking Mad caught out. Trying to get a return kill. Nice Nightmare. There's the TP right in their face. Doesn't matter. Dogs are there.
Nice.
He's going to be pushed down and a little glitched out, but they end up going 2 for 1 in a sequence of about 60 seconds there. And I'm pretty sure Ake should be level 6 by now. He's been
they're going to get Lip real quickly here. Ake with the extra bit of damage, but still Lip is so tanky to get the Fiend's Grip on top of that. NiP, they're going to lose their hero no matter what, but Seal Kid can actually make some punish here.
There's going to be a kinetic field that's going to keep them from retreating. Is that enough to allow any kind of a return? Nope. Looks like they don't want to engage him. Johannes fan chasing him down. He's out of mana. There's going to be the Plague Nova, and
nice relocate.
Really beautiful, really well executed that time. So they end up dropping the Viper, and they don't lose anyone in the process. So well played by Alliance. They are. And coming back to what I said during the opening comments, I just feel like their room for error is so small right now. There will be a Nightmare. There's going to be a Gale that hits as well. Immediate popping up. Melcog's going to go down. They're trying to catch up. There's going to be a Poison Nova. Got a couple and a Fiend's Grip on the Hanskin. Down on the low ground. They're all grouped up. He got 2. There's the toss. Bulldog, though, didn't have Gale. Gale's still on cooldown. Moonlight Shadow will be used to make sure they can extricate themselves at least a bit. Dust, though, secures the fate of Admiral Bulldog. So it ends up being a 1 for 1. And given Bulldog is transitioning into that kind of semi-core is the one before, but they may go try to take it with the gyro. They will drop a sentry, and yeah, Seal Kid's going to head over there. And this is something they have to do.
Top, Hanskin's going to be caught. Loda actually trying to chase him down, but now the TP out. The Glimpse is going to be able to stop that. Good catch, just a bit over aggression. And I'm not sure, was too focused on the tiny play, but I'm not sure how Ake didn't get the Glimpse. Maybe he actually hit Static Storm and wasn't able to tether, but they catch both.
Well played out of, and that's actually a very big sequence for NiP. It'd be on cooldown. Let's see. Is it on cooldown? Yeah. So, yeah, that's going to be their last smoke for a decent amount of time. That's going to make it tougher in the fight. I mean, there's a good catch on Pycat. Let's see if they can make it happen. He already used Leap, and yeah, that's an easy kill. And, that's kind of the weird thing. It's like, if anything, Alliances, they're reacting well to plans.
They're going for the back door of the Tier 1 tower. The TP's already there.
Great clip. They're going to try to follow it up. Call down. Will catch them. That slows him down just enough. Ake eating a lot of damage. There's a toss trying to buy some time. Glimpse back on Loda. Ake's way out of position, and Loda now ends up dropping for the second time in just a handful of minutes. Era gets that kill. He's on a killing spree. They got 2 of the cores, the Mirana and the Tiny, and NiP is doing a fantastic job now of playing this map out. And
tail end of the relocate, you keep the Tiny up there in that top lane, and the relocate's completely ineffective.
There's a glimpse on Mad. He's sent back away. Looks like they wanted to engage the Johannes fan. There's a toss that's going to end up catching the Viper. Static Storm is down. Lotus caught in it, but he is doing good damage. Ake not so lucky. He will end up dying. A great Poison Nova from Bulldog as he caught 2 of them. And it looks like they should be able to track down at least one. Beanscript's going to be used. There's a glimpse on Mad, but it didn't matter. Triple kill for Bulldog. So the question of whether or not he can really behave like a core answered with an emphatic yes. 4 for 1 in that exchange. That's what Alliance needed to
Seals Alliance winning, or could be the comeback.
Lotus up front. It's going to be popped. They know it's coming. Oh, they got a beautiful core snap. Puts him in no man's land. Cooldown's there, and Lotus going to end up losing his Aegis, but it is an Aegis. In the meantime, Alliance trying to fight uphill. Tough row to hoe as they're losing a lot of health. Now, Johannes and Fan with the cogs basically separates them out. Loda back up off of the Aegis. They manage to track down Era, who is separated out. In the meantime, there's a glimpse back on the Loda into the kinetic field. He's not going to be able to survive. Viper Strike slows him down. Can't get back to the safety of his team. Era still doing good damage. Not enough, though, as he does end up dropping the Pycat. In the meantime, we've got Johannes and Fan trying to pursue out Ake and Pycat, and not going to go, as they know they don't have the damage behind it. And they certainly didn't have another hook. So it ends up being a 3 for 2 out of trouble. But Ake and Loda happen to be in the right position to just wander in. It is going to be spotted, though. Let's see if they want to hang. That's a lot of damage being done. There's a stun. And they're going to collapse here. This is very chancy for Alliance. Let's see if they've got anyone in position to stop this. Ake knows he has to get out. And Loda's just going to BKB go right on to that Ogre Magi. Manages to bring him down. Now we've got Era trying to pursue out Ake. Loda in the meantime, though, having his BKB kited, and he's unable to do much of anything. They're kiting him so well because of the Viper Strike. Ake's still alive, just barely by the skin of his teeth. He's going to end up dropping in the Viper behind the fight. Now Era coming back to re-engage, and Loda's going to end up down. Bulldog gets off the Poison Nova. Too little, too late, however, his damage is done. Viper does end up dead. There's another on-point glimpse. Bulldog going to be the next to drop. 4 for 2, and with Era still standing, he's got the life still. He may head into the pit, and he will. Going to be an Aegis for the first time this game, going to NiP.
Pycat throwing out some random arrows, just seeing if he can catch anything, but they've got enough creeps there in the bottom lane. They'll be able to get uphill before Alliance does, and that's significant. Oh, nice jump. They're going to be able to get Mad. That's a huge kill.
Oh, what a gigantic. Oh, no, he nightmares himself, buys a little bit of time. They're still going to pick him off. Mad is so essential in trying to deal with any kind of high ground push from NiP, because that's going to be the best opportunity you're going to have to try to hit that full duration feed script from a weird angle, especially onto Era. For now, though, that Rex. Oh, man.
They have to give up Rax. I think there's no play where they actually fight this one out.
No.
But Clockwork's going to try and catch him.
Clockwork coming in. Oh, he actually hits the creeps. Now he's going to be able to cog it in. He's probably going to end up giving his life. And here comes the TPN. They've already got one there. Loda uses the BKB. That is one big-ass Tony swinging a big stick and going to work on those racks. In the meantime, I'm sure the racks back in Alliance's space are already dropped. And he's going to be able to chomp down at least one. Here comes Era. Oh, beautiful shot. Good hook shot coming from Giannis and Fan. And now Loda just continuing to chop wood, but he knows he's left all alone. Moonlight Shadow buying him some time. That's a crazy little
going for the Rax. Beautiful.
Like, is he going to have the damage? Is it worth giving his body for? He's going to get the racks for sure. Is going to end up dying, but the racks probably going to end up being something. Can they get Era? He's chopping away. The lifesteal's not enough. Gets the toss, but the lifesteal didn't manage to keep him alive, and they end up giving it up, but it ends up being a racks for a racks exchange. So honestly, I don't know that Alliance going to help.
Out of Silver's Edge is going to be significant. Plus, it makes him tankier.
Whoa. There was a, Hanskin, yeah, he got force stabbed ahead. There's going to be an arrow. Will catch him. They're going to engage. Loda got hit with Viper Strike, still doing plenty of damage. BKB is active. He's chomping away, but they're continuing to kind of fairly well behind him. We see Bulldog's in trouble, got corralled in the kinetic field, ends up dropping down. Alliance still has Loda going to work, but Era doing a great job keeping himself alive in the meantime. Buyback from Bulldog. He wants to come back and re-engage. Pycat's BKB expires. Mad, very close to dead. And Moonlight Shadow, they're going to be able to get him. So close. Ends up being a 1-for-1, but Alliance did expend a buyback in the meantime. So,
jumping into a creep wave, especially mid-team fight, is super questionable.
They're smoked up as a team, moving through the Radiant jungle, and they got vision. They see him. They're going to engage. Moonlight Shadow has been engaged, and there's going to be a Fiend Script immediately on the Steel Kid. There's going to be a blink on the Bucky Man trying to get him out of position. He does. Steel Kid's going to end up dropping. There's going to be the Poison Nova coming out from Admiral Bulldog. In the meantime, Era losing a lot of health. He's got critted huge. Down he goes, and now NiP on the run. He's down for 90 seconds. Fan drops the cogs trying to cover their retreat. That should be sufficient enough to get the rest of them out of trouble. But that's what Alliance needed so desperately and could not have been timed better. Roche just came up, and now they've got an Aegis and a cheese they should be able to claim with no problem at all. And I'll tell you what, that's a DD. They may have seen Ake tether in there. And they're going to see him now.
God, it's going to die so quickly, though.
Oh, they got to go so fast. His attack speed's so high. They get a DD. They're going to move in. Here we go. Viper Strike should lead, and it will. Loading going to be slowed down. There's going to be the hook in. They caught Ake. Aegis picked up by Tiny, though. Now he's coming back out, and Era, as much damage as he's doing, just can't stand the fight. But he got high grounded. He got high grounded. So he can't do anything. He's stuck. Bulldog in the meantime going to be cleaned up. It's current a buyback coming coming out on Ake. Ake has to get to the fight and trying to help Loda out. Heard a hook somewhere. Pycat going toe-to-toe with Arrow. Will end up coming out on the bad side of it. 3 for 2. They got the Disruptor and they got the Ogre Magi. They did get Tiny out of dodge, though. So Tiny not only didn't die, he got high grounded, and unfortunately for Alliance, that cost them the fight. But with the buyback from Ake, they're able to salvage things.
All right, Alliance.
Hook. Hello, Mad. Mad is going to be using Moonlight Shadow. He actually got cogged up to the high ground. Oh, that's a bad decision. As, he ran into the wrong neighborhood. He's going to go ahead and try to wait on his team to come back. BKB is going to be used by Loda. Homing missile will bounce off of that. Beautiful Poison Nova out of Admiral Bulldog. Got a handful of them, but he's still being kited. Has the Aegis, is going to end up feeding it amidst the Static Storm in the kinetic field. So they still end up losing the Bane, and the follow-up fight has not gone their way. BKB going to be used by the Viper now. He's being chased out. Era trying to kite him and doing a great job. It's so effective using that Poison Strike.
And the Viper relocate. Ake needs to be able to save Loda soon. He's getting kited quite heavily.
And Loda still very low. Has
oh my God, he's through!
Are you kidding me? The runes for Alliance, absolutely bonkers. They're going to be able to continue to pursue this out. Force Staff is there. They catch Arrow with an avalanche. The right clicks bring him down.
How do you win a fight when literally the best play is kiting a Tiny and he picks up a haste rune that gets right there at 16 minutes? Unbelievably unlucky. Ninjas in Pajamas now going to have to fight this with a buyback. They might have just lost the game.
I don't think they can. Without the Viper, how can they fight? The Viper's that's the most important hero in kiting Loda. The most important hero being able to manage these fights. They're going to lose this rack for sure. NKB just completed. The also been trying to buy time. Kinetic Field's going to be there, but it doesn't matter. Loda's chunking away a quarter of the health of these buildings with one big swipe. Going to work on Era. Era's back up. There's a buyback on the Johannesson fan now. And that's going to be enough to force them back, and the damage is done.
Oh, they needed more. They needed to catch something. Hanskin, he forced out himself into trees, and now he can't get a glimpse play.
Hey, production! I want to change my MVP vote to Rune. Just the runes.
Oh my God! They're gonna take the Ranger Axe. It was the only thing left. Mega is now up. Oh, Ninjas in Pajamas! You should have seen that one coming, but they gotta be on them. A couple of kills there that may snowball against them quite heavily. Looks like Ninjas in Pajamas are actually now gonna take it to Alliance's back doors. They have to against Mega Creeps. They have to go straight for Throne at this point.
Oh, what an amazing Poison Nova! NiP having trouble trying to engage now. Loda is going to be kited. Static Storm is going to be on point, but it just doesn't matter. Their base is about to be pushed by a gigantic wave of creeps. They have to take this fight and not just take it, to take it well enough to win with it. Not going to be the case. Era barely able to make it away. The damage output from Alliance way too high. They hold ground. 3 are down for 1. GG, well played.
Ooh, man.
65 minutes. And really, I'm impressed with the play on both sides. We talked about the advantages Alliance is going to have, the way they're going to be able to manage the map, the way they're going to be able to pressure NiP. NiP, for the vast majority of that game, Cap, did such an unbelievable job of managing all of that. Their reactions were on point, their reads were on point. They didn't have the most effective smokes, granted. They had a little bit